In the 20th century, there was a mathematician who had hardly received any formal higher education, yet relied solely on his intuition to produce over 3,900 exceptional theorems and formulas, to the point that later generations often regarded him as a time traveler from the future. He was Ramanujan, born into a Brahmin family in India. Although he was a Brahmin, his father's meager income could barely support a family of 7. And due to his religious beliefs, Ramanujan adhered to vegetarianism throughout his life, which later foreshadowed his fate. At the age of 13, Ramanujan had already, with his astonishing mathematical talent, swept all the math awards at school. Although Ramanujan was extraordinarily talented in mathematics, he performed terribly in other subjects, and even struggled to pass them. As a result, he failed college entrance exams twice in a row. In 1906, Ramanujan finally enrolled in an ordinary university, but he focused exclusively on studying mathematics, to the point that he repeatedly failed other subjects. At the age of 21, he was eventually advised to leave the university. In 1913, Ramanujan, already at the peak of the Indian mathematical community, sent some of his formulas and theorems to Hardy, a professor at Cambridge. Hardy, upon reviewing them, believed that Ramanujan was absolutely a genius. Therefore, in 1914, Ramanujan began his studies at Cambridge. Arriving at Cambridge, soon after, Hardy discovered that Ramanujan's mathematical foundation was extremely weak, yet he still produced those marvelous formulas and theorems. Ramanujan told Hardy that all the formulas he recorded came from the goddess in his dreams. He only needed to meditate devoutly, and the goddess would reveal the answers to him. During his 5 years at Cambridge, Ramanujan and Hardy co-authored 28 significant papers. The young Ramanujan shook the entire field of mathematics. However, after the outbreak of World War I, Ramanujan, a staunch vegetarian, was unable to meet his nutritional needs during the war, which left his body extremely weak. Eventually, under the dual torment of physical and mental strain, his mother fell ill and gradually became increasingly depressed. In April 1919, he returned to his home in India, but his body had already collapsed. In April of the following year, Ramanujan passed away at home at the young age of 32. In his brief life, the mathematical genius Ramanujan left over 3,900 formulas. His notebooks were filled with these formulas. But the strange thing is, Ramanujan's formulas lacked any derivation process. They only presented the results, making them hard to understand even for those with a solid mathematical background. Because these formulas lacked detailed derivation steps, Ramanujan became a subject of controversy. Some harshly accused him of being a fraud, while others claimed he was a time traveler from the future. What exactly is the twin paradox that almost baffled Einstein? After Einstein proposed the theory of special relativity, not everyone accepted this theory. In 1911, at a philosophy conference held in Bologna, French physicist Paul Langevin proposed an interesting thought experiment to challenge the correctness of special relativity. The experiment is set up as follows. There are a pair of twin brothers. The younger stays on Earth, while the elder brother travels away in a spaceship. In space, he flies at a constant speed close to the speed of light. When this traveling brother returns to Earth, he finds that his twin brother has turned white-haired and old, yet he himself remains young. According to special relativity, for the brother remaining on Earth, the traveling brother moves faster in space, so his time passes more slowly. Therefore, when the brother on Earth is old, the traveling brother is still young. However, in relativity, motion is relative. If we consider the spaceship as stationary, then it's the brother on Earth traveling at light speed through the universe. In that case, the Earth-bound brother should remain young, and the traveling brother should age. This seemingly paradoxical thought experiment once puzzled Einstein. He wondered, could the theory of relativity be wrong? Until Einstein realized, only during uniform motion are the times for both parties relative. During the spaceship's journey out and back, there are several key acceleration and deceleration phases. It is this often overlooked process that causes the age difference between the brothers. Although this problem was ultimately resolved by special relativity, it did not stop Einstein's deep thinking about the universe. 10 years after proposing special relativity, he then introduced general relativity.